This problem is designed to explain or to show how to use the rules for means and variances when you are combining two distributions. The problem starts off with two different distributions. A distribution for a worker to carry a part from a bin to an automobile, which has a mean of 11 seconds and a standard deviation of 2. That's the bin to the automobile. And then we also have a distribution that is attaching the part to the automobile, and that has a mean of 20 seconds and a standard distribution of 4. So the first question is, what is the mean of the total operation? So the mean of the total operation is the mean of the bin plus the attachment, which is simply 11 plus 20, or 31 seconds. The next part of the question asks us, if we train the workers and the variation in their performance is reduced, will the standard deviations will decrease. If the standard deviations are decreasing, will this change the mean? Well, the word variance is a keyword for measures of spread, which are standard deviation and variance, but it's not going to change the mean because that is an average time which isn't affected by changes in variation. So the answer is no, variation decrease will apply to the standard deviation, the range, if we were interested in that, and finally it would decrease, as it said, the variance. For the last part of the problem, we are told that these two steps are independent, and because of that, we now can use the rules to find our new standard deviation of the mean time. So the new standard deviation of the total time is going to be taking it from the bin and attaching it, but we have to remember that we cannot use standard deviations. We should not be combining standard deviations. We must be combining variances. So if I take the variance of the time it takes for the bin, which would be 2 squared or 4, and if I find the variance for the attaching would be 4 squared, which equals 16, then my new standard deviation is going to be 4 plus 16, the square root, which is the square root of 20, which is 4.47 in our calculator, if we use our calculator. And that is the new information for our combined process. The total time will be 31 seconds with a standard deviation of 4.47 seconds.